Keep going. Keep going. Gets me every time.
We almost lined up the end.
What a dog pound. That's what happens when you have like two guys playing 17 different versions of Sandy's new channel.
Wait, is that what it's called?
That's Sandy's old channel.
Sandy's old channel,
yeah. That version's definitely called Sandy's old channel.
It's a very old tune. It's very old. Thank you for all.
Thank you for listening. That was always one of the fun things, like when you brought it back, and I'm just like sitting there, I was like, all right, are we gonna do like the fourth part? Like we're gonna do like the, and we used to like just like run down over and over and over again, and like
we do that like no, like nobody's gonna play it. It's gonna be you and me and maybe Daniela.
I didn't like the old like.
Oh, we're going to do like... no, I'm not going to add any of that shit. I just want people to fucking play the thing. I don't need to be crazy with that fucker.
Yeah, there's some good shit. There's some good shit.
No, there's potential. There's like just some cool arrangements you can do, but...
I mean,
like,
the version we just played was trash, but...
Yeah, you know. What are we going to do?
We're going to do bad bagpiping and then talk about other people's bad bagpiping.
That's what we do here at the Generate Podcast. By the way, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Oh, wait. You've heard me do this 177 times, so you've got this.
Dude, 176 times because you made me do this one other time.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Generate Podcast. You are listening to us on youtube.com/Chanarant and also the other channels. But I just want to welcome you all to the lovely studio here tonight. Josh, welcome. Thank you for coming here and helping me out tonight. I'm going to be amazing. I don't know about Josh, but I'm going to be amazing tonight. So I don't know. That's all I got. What are the rest of the intro? So yeah, go to chanarant.com/suckless. Oh wait, no, that's not it.
That's all right. The webcam froze, so you're doing an awesome job while I fix this. Just keep vamping.
Okay. So, we are here tonight. It is a Saturday night. Josh and I are having a good time. We had a good time before we got here. And we're going to entertain you folks on YouTube who are really bored. We're going to play some bad pipes. We're going to complain about some shit. But that's what the Chanarant Podcast is all about. Wallowing in sorrow. Let's talk about wallowing, Josh. Let's talk about sorrow. Sorrow is... pipe band. I'm pretty sure like Socrates said that.
Socrates definitely.
Socrates Johnson once said.
Socrates Johnson.
He said, suffering No. Who's the guy who was all about suffering? It was Nietzsche. Nietzsche, one of those
Johnson
fuckers.
Definitely said that
One of those philosophers was all about
sorrow
suffering.
was all pipe band.
Sorrow equals pipe band. And I know all of you out there listening who are 17 episodes behind, and eventually you'll get to this one. By the way, it's October. What is today? October 3rd?
Today is the 2nd.
4th? It's something.
It's the 2nd of October.
Either way, we're all suffering here in the pipe band world. We're just getting back to COVID nonsense, but quite frankly, we are so far behind in everything that is reasonably to be expected.
I mean, still the best bagpiping podcast.
Well, that's for sure.
Easily. Yeah. I mean,
well, at least we're consistently bad. So, I mean, the Up to the Line boys are almost non-existent. I haven't seen an episode from them in years. There's Rab, of course, who posts every week. Rab had a recent episode that was actually interesting. Well, it was like 3 months ago because I'm pretty far behind on his too, where he talked about us. And that's why it was interesting, people. Rab is generally interesting when he talks about us. Wouldn't you agree?
That does certainly add a certain flair to the podcast.
There's no way Rab's in
ready,
the audience.
You ready for me to do the
Are we going to do this
intro?
for real? Yeah, go for it, man.
So,
go for it.
and take notes on this because my job.
I will take mental notes.
Hey, if you want to know, you can see if you look at my screen.
I've got the show notes in front of me. But
no, I'm not looking at the show notes at all. This is all going to be right off the dome. You ready?
All right. Let's go back to the one I just did in episode number 2 of what you did. And let's just compare.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. This is Josh. Welcome to the Chan Rant Podcast. With me, as always, is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andrew Josephine fUtuR3.
That is I.
And if you didn't know, I'm here to let you know this is going to be an explicit show, so you have 5 seconds to list something else because we're about to say bad words. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cunt, fuck, Mick, bum, cum.
Suck balls. Suck it. The anal probe. Rob MacLellan. That's a bad word these days. Rooster Cockburn.
I mean, don't worry.
Cunstein.
Don't worry, kids. The Cum Shark T-shirt coming out soon.
Oh, dude, we need the Cum Shark T-shirt.
Because, you have to imagine it crystallizes and then becomes a fleshette of sorts.
You ever notice most of our shirts are aimed at one person, and then one person buys them, and then we move on to the next shirt?
Yeah, and we make approximately $30 a month.
We make enough to cover the cost of fucking print.
Like and subscribe, Chan Rant on Instagram, Facebook, and if you are Australian, Snapchat. Last but not least, this episode goes out to our patrons, those wonderful people who have kept this light on, as well as these 2 weird, colorful lights. Thank you. You can subscribe at chanarant.com/ or patreon.com/chanarant or chanarant.com/subscribe, or I mean, it's all the same.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all.
Hey, can I make a suggestion?
Happily.
Let's welcome 2 new patrons to the fucking category.
We do have. I got some notifications on my telephone. Did you get the same ones?
I did. I'm always surprised when we get a new patron because I'm like, why would you sign up?
Yeah,
for this
because our content is bad.
All we do is complain about the same fucking thing. It's the same goddamn show every week, people.
Well, that's part of what has changed this week's program.
We're gonna change this week. We are making a statement.
We're still gonna complain about.
We're gonna complain about shit.
We're just gonna complain about ours.
Different band. Well, second most complained about band in Las Vegas is the band that shall not be named. But that's where we're going tonight, people. But yeah, so thank you for joining us. Brett and Greg, one of them's from Canada. I shit on Canada pretty hard last week, but
for any particular reason.
But I also shit on America because their accents suck. I'm not turned on by Canadian accents.
Fusco,
neither am I turned on by American accents, so that's okay.
In some ways, you're very much like a Christian God, where you have a beard and you shit on everyone equally.
Yes, I am God.
No,
Yahweh,
no.
people.
No,
that is my new nickname. No, Yahweh.
That's not going to stick.
Pipe Major Yahweh.
No, that's not going to stick.
Oh, you know what? I got some stories.
Okay, well, do you want to get right into it?
No, keep doing.
Well, here's one of those. I am. Oh God, I can hear your stomach.
I thought that was.
That was dogs barking. Oh, I thought for sure that was you about to shit your pants.
No, that wasn't me. No. That's coming later.
You did us the favor of setting the show notes up
did?
today. So
Oh,
we've
yeah.
already
Look at me.
welcomed Brett and Gig. Facebooking after gigs. That's the next thing that you have.
Yeah, that was on there from last week, and I have no idea what that means, so I left it. I thought maybe you knew what it meant.
Why would I know what that means?
I assume you put it there because I didn't write it.
Facebooking after gigs. Facebooking after gigs.
Maybe we're saying it's a good idea to Facebook after a gig?
No,
we do a gig
that's
last
probably
week?
not it. No, it was probably people Facebooking a bad gig.
Maybe. If anybody out
my
there,
phone's now ringing.
if anybody in the audience knows what Facebooking after gigs means, because we don't, please let us know.
Generate after dark.
Um,
Hello.
Oh boy. Hey, let's listen in, people.
Yes, I can. Bye.
Is the door locked?
Okay, I'm gonna have to let some drunks into my house. Let's go, Vamp.
I'm going to Vamp here. So, yeah, Josh has got 17 friends about to show up and make a lot of noise, but that's okay. So, yeah, last week we talked about Facebooking after gigs. If you want to be a very good social media band, which we used to be, but we've completely given up on now because Joe Brady owns that space, and we just don't care anymore. As well as who else was good at Facebooking? There was another one. Chicago was decent at it for a time. You know, it's exhausting. Social media is exhausting, and it's every once in a while I remember to record something and post it. But for the most part, it's I don't know how Joe Brady does it. I do want to do an episode with Joe Brady, maybe just a intimate, long form Joe. What's his called? What's his name? The really popular podcaster that I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, I want to do a long form podcast with Joe Brady about marketing your pipe band. Is there anybody more in tune with expanding the knowledge of your pipe band existing than Joe Brady? The FU Joe Brady, not the one from New York City. I think not. So someday I'm going to get him in the studio. We might have him here someday. But I would love to ask. There's so many questions. I've asked him many questions over the years. Of course, I didn't listen because I was probably drunk. But about like what is? I just want to know what his purpose is. What is he trying to achieve by all this nonsense? He does a great job. I wonder if it inspires his band. He does so many inspirational like memes and I wouldn't call them memes, but posts. Is he trying to inspire his band? What are his goals? Is he trying to expand knowledge of pipe band? Because they seem highly focused towards like people that would be in the know, like people in pipe bands, right? I'm just curious, like what motivates him to do this, and how does he have the energy for this at 75 years old? I don't understand it. But we've tried this method. We had a great YouTube channel for about a year. Which made us famous, and then we gave up on that because we got tired. Because it's a lot of goddamn work, people. Being in a pipe band is a lot of goddamn work. I don't know about the rest of you. So we're going to go into this because I am highly, highly demotivated lately. It's very concerning. Very concerning. So hopefully all of you out there are motivated to, improve your pipe band. I have been motivated to improve my pipe band for about 13 years at this point, 14 maybe, with some ups and downs. I don't know, man. It's a labor of love. There's no reward for it whatsoever. Maybe in the afterlife. Maybe there's a great pipe band in the sky that's going to reward us all, where I get to play with Stuart Little and actually have fingers that could hang with Inverary or something like that. That's my dream. That's what my afterlife is. I want to play in Inverary and District Pipe Band and just hang in. I don't suspect that's what's going to happen. I suspect when I die, Satan's going to fuck me in the ass for all the terrible shit I've done in my life. But you play, you pay, right? Brad, you know all about that. Terrible stuff that Satan's going to do to you. Yeah. So anyway, so we have a really amazing show for you guys tonight. I'm sure Josh is fucking with me right now, hoping that I can keep this going while he does whatever he's doing. dealing with drunk people. But so let's talk about the next thing that's coming up here. We had an amazing pipe band that came to town. I guess they've been here all week. They probably left about today, this morning, I believe. So, believe it or not, there is a New York City Elevators Union Pipes and Drums band. I'm sure I got the name wrong, but it's something like that, and it's absolutely true that they exist. Elevator Union people out of New York City. They have like something like, he told me, 6,000 members, I think, in their union alone. This could have been across the country. I don't remember exactly. There was a lot of drinking happening that night. So they invited me down. They were in town. They were going to, hey, we're playing Hogs and Heifers, which is a shithole bar in Vegas on kind of just off the Fremont Street. And our local city of Las Vegas fire department plays there often enough. I guess St. Patrick's Day, halfway to St. Patrick's Day, that kind of thing. So these guys were here for a convention. There was some sort of elevator union convention, believe it or not. There's lots of conventions here, but we're glad that these guys were back, and they were playing at Hogs and Heifers. So I went down. I recorded it. We're going to play some clips later. They are the win, fail, and try of the week this week, which is amazing. They did all three things all at once. Now, what's amazing about this band is like the pipe sergeant, Kevin, who I know from, let's see, how do I know Kevin? He's a fan of the show. Say hi to Kevin, everybody. Just, wave at him and, silently. But let's see, when was it? A year and a half ago, when the last time I did the Dojo cruise. Kevin lives in New York City. We left out of New Jersey, northern New Jersey. And he contacted me. He's like, hey, man, I heard you're going to be in New Jersey. Come to New York City. I'll give you a tour of this, that, whatever. So I did. I invited Doogie. I invited, all the group, Rab Matheson, whoever was there with us. I was like, hey, this guy who's a fan of the show wants to take us up in the secret super back elevators, see Freedom Tower, see this new building that they're building, and whatever. So none of them went because Doogie's a pussy. But what are you gonna do? But I went. I Ubered into New York City, met Kevin, and he took me on this cool tour of the 47th, 75th level of this building and that building. It was super cool. So anyway, that's how I met Kevin. And then he was coming. He keeps in touch every once in a while, and he came to town with the Elevator Union Pipe Band. And they were playing for their convention, but also they went down to Hogs and Heifers because the guy that owns Hogs and Heifers used to be an elevator unit guy, I guess, or something. Anyway, so we're going to play some clips in a bit. And these guys were actually pretty good. They consider themselves a service band. I don't know if I agree. Maybe they are. I don't. It actually became a good discussion as to what constitutes a service pipe band. I was assuming it meant police or fire or military, like public service department, right? But these guys kind of consider themselves public service. And his argument was, hey, if somebody gets stuck in an elevator, they could call the fire department or they can call us, but we're the ones going to get them out of the elevator. The fire department's going to stand there and do nothing, right? So I'm like, hey, man, yeah, sure. I don't know. Well, what the fuck do I care? So they consider themselves that. But what was remarkable about their band and what Kevin, who is a pipe sergeant, has done is he recruits people from bands that are actually good, like New York Metro Pipe Band and others in the area. And he gets them jobs with the requirement that they play in the Elevator Union Pipe Band because he wants them to be good. There was a time when they were good in grade 5 or something. And he very much wants them to be good. So, and it actually worked. They've got so many people. He introduced me to so many people that played in New York Metro, and one of their drummers used to play with Slot or something. It's remarkable, the talent potential they have in this band. And he's essentially done the Joe Brady method, try to bring people in from outside that are actually good. But he was successful at it. I don't know if Joe ever actually pulled this off. But he can offer jobs at union rates for people living and working in New York City. And it's been amazing. These guys were actually pretty good, as you're about to hear. Granted, they had a fail. We'll give them credit for the fail. But they're actually pretty good. So for a service band, quote unquote, if you want to call them a service band, they're all right. Unfortunately for me, and unfortunately for you, if I play it, they did play Rakes of Mallow. They did it on purpose. They knew I was there. They wanted to fuck with me, and they went through the effort of playing Rakes of Mallow. So, hey, I did have a discussion about Rakes of Mallow. I said one of the guys who was the soloist that I'm going to play as the win of the week. He's like, hey, we were just talking about Rakes of Mallow. He's not a fan of the show. He knows nothing about me. He just knows a little, that I'm pipe major of the Las Vegas band, whatever. So he's like, yeah, Rakes of Mallow kind of sucks, but people like it, so we got to play it. I'm like, hey man, I get it. People like Amazing Grace. They like Scott and the Brave. They like Rakes of Mallow. But if you throw in some other shit, maybe they'll start to like other stuff too. And I wasn't lecturing him. I was just saying, like, that's just all of our jobs is to throw in other stuff instead of playing Amazing Grace and Scott and the Brave all the time. But I get it. Like, Rakes of Mallow, people like it. What are you gonna do? Like, I watch Rudy every goddamn year. I love that movie, Rudy. Anybody else out there watch Rudy? One, I love football, but two, Notre Dame. In the movie they play Rakes of Mallow. What are you gonna do? It's a Irish tune apparently. I don't know the history of it, but I was like, hey, you got to play your hits. If I was in a band like, I don't know, Michael Jackson's fucking band or my band or whatever the fuck, if we have a hit someday, hopefully, we're gonna play that shit until we fucking die. We're gonna make some goddamn money off that. So I get it. We play Amazing Grace every goddamn time. Nobody loves it, but you got to play it. So do your thing, man. But what I do appreciate is they did play Amazing Grace at the bar that night, and I was fully expecting, because they're a quote unquote service band, but I was fully expecting Cajun Grace, and they did not do it. They played. What was interesting, they played one time through Amazing Grace as a band, all at once, with harmonies right away, or more or less within like 2 bars or something. They played it one time through, done, out. They were like, no, we're just going to play it once because everybody wants to hear it, and then we're out. That was an interesting idea. I was really like, oh, okay. We don't have to draw this out. We'll just play it once, get in, get out. I was fully expecting Cajun Grace. They did not do it. I was very happy about that. So, but anyway, the Elevator Union Pipe Band of New York City and District, whatever. Shout out to you guys. We appreciate what you do. There's a lot of goddamn talent in that band. Hopefully someday they'll learn how to play Army tune correctly. I don't know. But yeah, so that was my experience. We're going to play some clips a little bit later. What else we got on the list here? Let's talk about the Patreon. I guess we'll do some ads because Josh is still not back yet. And I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But so it's just me talking to myself. This is remarkably difficult, considering Rab does this on a weekly basis. But he does write a script, I suppose. So it's weird talking to yourself. Although I do it in my head all the time. Thinking, why doesn't anybody learn that goddamn music? Why don't they just learn the music? It's not that hard. Essentially, that's my conversation to myself every goddamn week. But here we go. So we have the Patreon. Thank you. Thank you to the patrons for joining, being part of this whole nonsensical thing. We have Discord. Don't forget to join the Discord. It's Chanarant on the Discord. I don't know. We have a lot of good times. I actually played some video games with one of the 6 today. It was, what did we play? Apex. We had a good time. It's not often we get together to play some video games, but every once in a while somebody posts out there, hey, you still out there? You doing something? What are you playing tonight? And I was playing Apex, and he jumped in. That's Aaron C. I don't want to say his last name in case he's careful about those things, but I know he's in the chat. We played some Apex, and we actually did okay. We did okay the first game. We sucked after that, but I just want to say we broke Aaron's cherry. We popped his cherry. He actually got a kill in Apex Legends. Anybody else ever wants to join us, just look out for me. I am at Iron Piper on Xbox, and this guy is C-Balls. Was it C-Balls? Remind me. I think that was his name, and I was like very confused by this friend from C-Balls today. But we had a good time. Video games were fun. I don't know about the rest of you, but that's what I think. So join the Discord. Look for me, Iron Piper. Josh is, I believe, at Josh.
Hey kids, Josh here, doing the edit about a month later. If you want to play some Xbox, it's at Bagpipes of Doom, and then my social media is at Josh Plays Pipes. Now back to Fusco.
I think that's probably his name on most everything. Next up, Dirtbag Olympics, Part 5. We just started to get a couple new stories in, and there's some good ones starting to come into the mix here. So if you want to be part of Dirtbag Olympics Part 5, definitely write into the show, chanarant@gmail.com. You can make it anonymous. We're going to make it anonymous anyway. It's okay if we know. But
How'd your vamping go, bud?
I am talking to myself for a long fucking time. What the hell took you so long?
Well, typical stuff.
Did you get laid in the process?
Yeah, I got super late.
It was all of 2 minutes. That should be enough for you. But
That's more time than I need.
So we're talking about Dirtbag Olympics. Right into the show. There's some good. It could
Oh,
be
and,
anything.
and the
It only has to loosely be.
other webcam froze again. That's cool.
Oh, did it? I am not even looking at that screen. Why does it keep freezing? I think it's still
I don't
hear
know,
me.
because it's all garbage. Yeah, they can still hear.
So, yeah. So right into the Dirtbag Olympics. Give us your stories. It's usually dirty and sexual, but it doesn't have to be. It could be drug related. It could be. I don't know. That's really all we care about, right? Drugs and sex. And rock
Drugs
and roll.
and puss.
Crushing a puss. Yeah. So right into that. What else we got?
What did we talk about? We're just gonna switch to the fucking. It's gonna be an all.
Just keep It's
It's gonna be a very uninteresting visual show because you're mostly just gonna be listening to us. But what have you been interacting with the audience at all?
I have not. I haven't had that screen up, so I've been looking through.
Pull
my
up
show
the
notes.
YouTube, man, and look at the chat.
I'm looking at the show notes because I'm going through the show notes.
Fuck the show notes. Look at the chat.
So one last thing we got to mention: Dojo ad is go to chanarant.com/suckless and learn how to play pipes correctly. You sons of bitches. So yeah, that's our thing. We're gonna play some clips and then interact with the audience, I suppose. So Josh, you're back. Good to see you.
Hey man, it's been a while. Let me tell you.
It has felt like forever. I don't know how Rab talks to himself for fucking 17 hours on.
Well, he probably talks to himself when he's jerking it as well.
Well, he's Irish. He's got the gift of gab. That's what they say, right? Is that a thing?
The gift of gab? No, I always think it's potentially just that, he likes himself too much and we intensely dislike ourselves.
Yeah, everybody needs a little more self-hate in their lives, I think. Especially the band that shall not be named.
Have you even started to talk about that?
No. I haven't even gotten to that. I think we should do win, fail, try, and then we'll get into the topic of the week, which is why we hate ourselves.
Okay, so I'm just gonna transition to a screen where they can hear us, but it's also just like a Chanarant logo.
Okay, that works.
Because the chances of me getting any of these cameras to fuck to save their own species apparently are 0.
I'm okay with that. Hey, do what you gotta do, man. Come on, cameras.
Yeah, no, you know what? They just choose when they want to work. Because they worked perfectly last week and then 0 for 0 this week.
Tonight, yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? So you got the Chanarant.
Here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a mostly audio episode. We're going back to our roots, son.
Okay. That's okay. That's what we started with. That's what made us great. Was all audio all the time.
That makes me think that we've just gotten too complicated. That's what it was.
Yes, we don't have enough staff to actually figure this nonsense out.
I mean,
we need more staff.
More staff than I would be amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Any amount of staff would be amazing.
So let's go. Catch me up. What's going on?
I'm just looking through the chat. So yeah, that's a good joke, Rod. Bad thing about the elevator union pipe band is that their pitch keeps going up.
At least they have pitch.
They were actually sounded pretty good. And so we might as well go into those clips. Should we do that now?
I mean, they're very used to being in a pipe band because, their profession has its ups and downs.
Oh, we're going full on elevator puns here for the next little bit. So let's play a clip, shall we? So I got the fail. I'm
This
gonna
is
go fail.
gonna have to be your edit because I have no idea what happened while I was gone for
I'm gonna
45
go
minutes.
fail.
Hello, audience. Josh here again. It wasn't his edit.
Try win, I believe. Is the order correct? I figured I'd end with the win. So here's the fail. This is the New York City Elevator Pipe Band and District, whatever the fuck they're called, playing Dawning of the Day. You ready for this one, Josh?
I'm prepared.
Oh boy, this is.
I don't think I'm ready.
Somebody went into Green Hills for a second.
They were a little confused, but that's okay. Little artistic improvisation there. Who's the pipe that's right next to your phone?
It's the pipe manager. I don't know who's fucking it up, to be honest, but Kevin's in this one. The guy that is our connection. His argument was he didn't tell me what we were doing, so he went in the wrong tune. Oh, drummer drops the stick, but he keeps going.
I heard the stick.
So they had moments of like, these guys aren't bad, and then they just played completely out of the outrageously wrong notes. So this is one of the things that Kevin was talking about as an issue.
And this is definitely your edit.
That's fine. But these guys have like actual talent, yet they don't know simple stuff. Like they refuse to learn like army tunes.
This goes right into
Basic
like
stuff.
our Tuesday practice. Or am I
Well,
sorry?
that's
our
everything.
Thursday. God, it wasn't even that long ago.
It was 3 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah, like no, everything we do is bad. These guys at least have moments of goodness.
No, that wasn't even where I was going.
Oh, where
for
were we
it's
going
like you get people who accidentally get it right often.
In our band?
No, in this kind of a band setting where they're accidentally getting it right,
Correct.
But there's a lot of like super basic low level fundamentals that are getting fucked up. And that's like what we deal with day to day in our band that apparently has to put on a concert in like a month.
6, 7 weeks, something like that. 7 weeks, I'd say.
And it's just like, well, you know,
Well,
the well whale.
These guys,
The
at
well
least they could blow
appears.
tone, sort of. I don't know.
I haven't gotten the puppet yet, but the well whale of like, well, back in my band.
We'll get into that. That's not what we're talking about right now. But you're right. So,
I generally thought because so the way this was pitched to me was one of the six was coming to town and wanted to get beers, and he's like, yeah, like we're gonna be at Hogs and Heifers, you should come out and get beers. And I was cooking dinner for my elderly parents, so I couldn't attend. And Fusco went and actually did some social stuff for the channel too, which I appreciate. That was awesome.
mm-hmm. And I'll post more videos.
Yeah, man, like I really appreciated you doing that.
They have a drum solo that's definitely worth putting on video.
Because you also didn't think it was going to be a band. You thought
I had no idea until I was like heading that way. I was like, "Hey, I'm on my way. You guys on your way? Are you on your way?" I thought it was just him. He's like, "Yeah, we just got on a bus and we tuned up yesterday, so I'm sure we'll be fine." I'm like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" Had no idea they were going to be playing. So anyway,
but given those parameters, honestly, I mean, I played the exact same venue 2 weeks ago, and we didn't sound as good.
Not even close.
Yeah.
When you hear some of the other stuff. But here's so many things about these guys. One, I will say, in my experience, this group of guys who I hung out with all night is maybe the hardest partying pipe band I've ever seen ever.
These are the party animals.
Granted, they're in Vegas for the week. They have no responsibilities other than play pipes for this, that, and the other thing.
They're boofing hookers.
They've all got money to spend, like lots of money to spend. Like, dude, like I was like blown away. I'm like, I don't know if I can keep up with you guys. Like, this is insanity. So there were phone calls made to illicit activities. I was like, I don't know if you guys can count it as a service band if you can get away with this kind of shit that you guys are up to. But they had a good time. I appreciated them. So I did end up taking them to a local place after this because I was like, Hogs and Heifers, I haven't been here in years.
It's a tourist trap.
It's fucking awful. Like, I hate it and I never want to go back. So I walk in a place. I got there before they did, right? Hogs and Heifers is one of those like places where like the bartenders are mean to you on purpose kind of thing. And they're also incredibly obnoxious. So they have bullhorns.
Yeah.
And literally, I was there about 10 minutes before the guys arrived. They were just screaming into a bullhorn the entire fucking like with that like breaking voice sound.
It used to be like they would sing along.
They would sing along. They were singing along.
It's just
kinda.
constant.
It's constant picking up the bullhorn and just screaming where that voice breaks, and it's just like, what are they trying to accomplish here? Because I want to leave. Like, this is the worst thing ever. Like, it was awful. So,
because it's supposed to be almost like a Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly is very much what it is, and
But-
they dance on the bar, and they're kind of hot.
But it's
chicks.
also, well, yeah,
Sorta
It's a
ish.
lot. It's a lot of sixes.
Yeah, no, it's solid 6.
Yeah, it's like yeah,
In
like,
the dark, they look like
but
a
it's
7.
just like, oh well, if we scream at you through a bullhorn and dance on the bar occasionally, like boom, tips, which it works. I mean,
I don't know if people are tipping them. They're probably like, I don't know, fucking.
man, those
was
girls,
awful.
Those girls have to be getting paid, otherwise, why?
It was awful. I'm remarkably thinking like, what? How do their voices last? Because you must be trashed
Then
by
again,
tomorrow.
the kid's
They're just
fucking,
screaming
the
into a
kid's
microphone.
dating Hogs and Heifers former bartender.
Who is?
The kid.
Yeah, but they're all 6s. Like, what does that matter?
I'm just saying. You were like, oh, look at you growing up. Like, you got a girlfriend. She's a Hogs and Heifers
The
bartender.
kid?
Yeah, the
Oh,
kid.
okay. All right. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about his girlfriend, but okay, whatever. But
You commented on the thing.
I did?
Yeah. They're like, oh, look at you growing up. Like, you got a girlfriend now. Yeah, she's a.
Yeah, but I didn't know she was a Hogs and Heifers girl.
That's still growing up. That's okay. Like,
I mean, I don't know if that's really growing up, but I'm sure she's fine. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But it was awful experience. That was my point. I very much never want to go there again.
It's always an awful experience if you're like there as a customer.
I was there as a customer.
I would say the piping stuff that you sent and you posted on the Chanarant Instagram story wasn't horrible.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, like I mean, there were some moments for sure.
I played the fail on purpose first. Where it gets better. They actually did some good
Yeah,
stuff.
but like the stuff I saw, I was like, oh fuck, like there's a fucking band.
Yeah, so I recorded the video I posted on Instagram was them coming into the bar because I was so blown away by the fact their bass drum said this ridiculously long name. I have it right in front of me. It's the Elevator Constructors Union #1 of New York and New Jersey. That's Pipes and Drums. That's the name of it. I was so blown away by this.
It was in size 12 font.
I mean, it is crazy. Their bass
It took that small of a font to make it all the way around the bass drum.
The other thing that distinguished them from any other service band, which was why I just told them that I don't think you guys count as a service band, is because because the bass drum was actually tuned, and it wasn't Blood and Thunder. It wasn't just some incredibly
they weren't
dead
just beating
Lars Ulrich kind of pipe band drum where it's just dead sound and they're just hammering on the fucking.
Or the traditional service band stuff here where like anytime someone's pipes are just a pile of sticks, they pick up a bass drum instead.
Right, exactly. So it was reasonable. Like, trust me, the things we get here are so much worse generally. So, anyway, you want to hear the try of the week?
Happily,
I picked this one for you because I know you like this.
Is it us?
No, it's them, but it's because you like this tune. So. That's why I said.
Yeah, there were some fucking solid moments there.
It's a very solid try, no doubt at all, which I appreciate.
I've played that tune worse.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah,
I've easily played that tune worse. That was slapped for a service band tune. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
quote unquote service band.
Wasn't
They're
goddamn.
a bunch of the one guy leading it was a grade 1 player. And
was it an interesting
some
thing?
grade 2
Do we
players
count? Do we count an elevator union band as a service band? Because
That's-
usually we use the term
that was the big
service.
debate.
Usually we use the term service band for like fire and EMS and cops.
or military.
Yeah, or military.
But the one guy was trying to argue the point that they were a service band, and I'm like,
not
it's
what
like
we
people
don't-
call us and we service them. I'm like,
that's not the point. No,
I don't know. It's not. You're not a public safety organization.
Well, I would say public safety band, sure, but service band.
Well, public safety and service band to me is the same thing. So public
Ah.
safety means police, fire, EMS, EMT, whatever, military. Like,
Yeah, that's
the same thing.
That's service to me is police, fire, EMT, military. Public
These guys
safety,
are a union band.
Technically,
an elevator
it's
union band.
safety.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. So
Safety band. Let's make a new category. The new category is safety band.
Okay, perfect. You guys are now in the safety band.
We have a
Kevin,
service. We have service bands, which are generally trash, as witnessed by anyone who saw the Emerald Society play on October 1's memorial yesterday.
We're not talking about that.
And we also have safety bands, like this far superior band that flew all the way to fucking Las Vegas just for a bit of sesh and sounded amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the win of the week, and then we'll go on to our topic. So this is what the fuck's his name? Thomas Stapleton, who is he just got upgraded to grade 1 in the solos.
Inventor of the stapler.
But he plays the solo. He starts off their like second thing with a solo, and it's you be the judge.
Same band.
Same man, same guy that played in the other set, but it's just a solo.
The moment where Fusco took his hand off the phone and microphone.
I was moving through the room to try to catch this. Bass drummer fucks it up.
Bass drummer is trash.
He's not, but he's just inexperienced. Lead Tip just took over on bass to like help him out.
Fucking shredded.
Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah, fucking absolute shred.
You gotta give those guys credit for recruiting very good talent. Very good talent. And getting them jobs in a very high-paying job in New York City.
Yeah.
I'm very close to, and this is going to lead into our topic, is Kevin, can you get me a job at the New York City Elevator Union?
It's not a bad idea.
I'll be back east. I'll be close to the family, close-ish. I can play pipes with a band that doesn't know Army, but at least I know that. Like, I can play that shit in my sleep.
You could, be closer to the dojo headquarters.
I'd be way closer. I could work. I don't know. Are New York City broads? Are they hot? I don't know.
No. I mean, I don't know. I'm
Northeast.
I'm from West Coast,
All
man.
the Northeast whores with their fucking sweaters. Nobody needs a sweater, people. I don't know. But anyway,
pumpkin spice sweater season
Pumpkin
is
spice
here.
sweater. Oh, big time. As your house is very aware. We were very aware of it.
Oh yeah, man. It's all fall decorated now.
So anyway, I want to say thank you to the New York City Elevator Union #1 Pipes and Drums, whatever the fuck their name is.
Dude,
They bought me drinks all night. I didn't pay for a fucking thing.
There's fuck ups. Like I could hear even on the clip the guy that dropped his stick, but overall, fucking class.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, like I mean, it's not gonna win a fucking grade 3 contest, but Stuart Little's not gonna put your fire out at your house either. Like. No, like
and he's certainly not going to rescue you from an elevator that's stuck.
It sounded super medium, which it seems like an insult, but no, I love super medium, man. Like if everyone was playing medium, I'd be happy. I get sad about people playing low.
Yeah, and that should lead us into our. Should we take a break and then get into our topic?
Oh well, you've definitely earned a break because
I just pee. And
I was
you're
already
welcome
taking.
If you want to vamp, go for it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. We'll edit most of this shit out. I can talk to the chat for a bit.
Do it. I'm gonna pee, and then we'll get into why we're so sad today.
Okay,
I'm very sad. I don't know about you, but I posted to the Patreon. We're very sad, so join us and cheer us up. And I'll tell you why when I come back.
I was assuming you were sad because you finally got that diagnosis.
I did. I'm dying, people.
Which is super gonosyphilites.
Bring on sweet, sweet death. It can only get better from here because, quite frankly, life is absurd, as you well know. As all of you out there know, if you play bagpipes, life is absurd.
You get a bunch of people saying that, oh, no, let's just aspire to heaven, but don't crave death. It's one of the other kids.
Anyway, I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, go take a shit or a piss. Preferably a piss, I hope. This episode of the Chanarant Podcast is brought to you by MacLellan Bagpipes, proudly made in North America by artesian bagpipe maker Roddy MacLellan from Eust, Scotland. At MacLellan Bagpipes, they don't strive to be the biggest, fastest, or the cheapest. They do, however, meticulously craft a small number of the best-sounding and most beautiful-looking bagpipes in the world since their beginning in 1988. Over the years, MacLellan Bagpipes has established a solid reputation for rich, warm, and stable tone, created with incredible craftsmanship and instruments of heirloom quality and unparalleled beauty. Head to BespokeBagpipes.com to learn more about their innovations like the new Elevation Chanter, which features a lower-pitched richness inspired by the classic top hand of older chanters and sustainable solutions like the Revelation Bagpipe, a Delrin instrument featuring bores lined with a cellulose polymer sleeve giving you the structural benefits of a Delrin instrument while maintaining a refined wood-like sound. Check out MacLellan Bagpipes' diverse line of instruments and learn more about their restoration work on vintage bagpipes by visiting their website at BespokeBagpipes.com. MacLellan Bagpipes, born in Scotland, made in the USA.
And as we learned last week, I love Russian broads or Eastern European accents. Fair. I was like, oh, I got to look at this fucking broad. Holy shit. She could have a face of you and long black hair and a fucking Russian accent, and I'm in.
The long black hair is mostly taint to stern.
Oh, they sound so angry. But interestingly enough, I'm not turning my German broads because that's an angry language too. But
that's a very angry.
That doesn't turn.
You don't like that?
I mean, it's just nothing to me. It isn't good or bad, But Russian, or Croatian, or Ukrainian, or
so Slav. Basically non-American English,
non-Latin based, Slavic based fucking languages, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like non-Latin based.
So languages. like Spanish doesn't do it for you.
No. Mexican does, but just because the accent, because they're Mexican.
Yeah,
but Spanish doesn't, or French is useless.
French does nothing for you.
No, German does nothing. Switzerland, Portugal, nothing.
Well, bonsoir to all of Fusco's French Canadian wannabes.
French Canadian is a whole other thing because that's the French Canadian. It's a whole mixture of, I don't know, the genes. I don't know. But anyway, the topic of the week is this. You ready to get in the topic? I have an idea for a topic.
Hasn't this stream been going on for 17 hours?
I don't know. I've been here. It feels like
Send it.
Feels like forever. So here's my topic. And I would love your opinion. And Joe Brady, if he's listening, who just texted me, you're welcome to call in and talk to me about this. But
Joe Brady, I swear to God, if you're listening under a fake name, is
he must
Lex Joe Brady all along?
I don't know what his fake name is, but he just texted me. He's like, "Why are you so angry?" So he must know what we're talking about. So that means he's listening. So anyway, my
Joe,
topic
you
is
can
this.
call in live.
I think it's finally time. You ready for this?
I'm ready, buddy. I've been waiting for you to tell me this for
It's time. I'm
months.
drawing out. You know what's happening then. It is time to officially shut down the band that should not be named.
I disagree.
It's 100% time to go underground, shut everything down, turn it off. Like, we're talking like Airplane 2, Captain Kirk. Shut it down. Turn the lights off.
This is right before a planned concert.
I'm not saying no. We're gonna finish the year. I would, because we've already agreed to do the concert, so I have no choice. It's gonna be awful.
No,
and then
we're gonna nail it.
No.
It's gonna be mostly you and me playing everything, but
dude, like this is why it's the Josh and Andy show, you motherfuckers. Like, dude, like I am not even fucking kidding.
I expected
like this is so insanely disappointing.
Do you remember when I had this conversation with you in January
of this year?
Yeah,
like, remind me.
Just immediately,
probably, but
still kind of pandemic-y, so we weren't meeting in person. But no, I have, dude. I would love to give you some kind of words of wisdom.
That's why I need your word to call me. Inspire me. Anybody that's in the chat, if you want to call in and fucking give me a Rocky speech.
No, you're right.
Give me a fucking Rocky speech because I'm done, man.
You're right.
Like,
let me tell you.
Why did this happen? Tell us why I feel this way.
Let me tell you. Well, I can do this in like 4 parts. So the first thing is absolutely zero engagement and involvement, aside from maybe people you can count on one hand, right?
In what way? Like towards like
the number. You only have 5 fingers.
Up the band, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like and this is why I think it's not time to shutter the project. Because
let me go back. Let me start over. So I was thinking about the movie Terminator 2 in particular, and
it's a good movie.
Yeah, Terminator is a great movie. First 2 anyway. All the rest are shit. But
did you know that the laser sight on top of the 1911 in that movie hadn't been invented yet? It was invented later. Because for that effect, they had to run a cable to a battery pack.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Down Arnold Schwarzenegger's sleeve.
That is a great gun with a great sight. In 1984, when that movie came out, right?
You don't actually need a gigantic laser sight on top of your 1911 if you just use the built-in sights.
And a Terminator wouldn't have needed that.
He would do that with his eyes,
but I don't know where he got
machine.
Be fair, I didn't know where he got the gun from. Maybe he took it from somebody.
He's a machine, so he could automatically calculate the distance. But speaking of automatically calculating the distance, let's automatically calculate the distance between
until we
implode. Between you giving a shit about your band and wanting to shutter the whole project.
Okay, so I was thinking about
turned it around
3/4 of the way through Terminator 2 when they have that scene where, like, remember when Sarah Connor and her son, or she's hanging out at like a picnic bench and she envisions the end of the world, right? And that the nuclear blast goes off, she's holding the chain link, she's being blown away, right?
Classic scene.
But right around that time, it's been a while, but right around the time she carves into the fucking thing, no future equals no hope. And hear me.
Wasn't it no fate but what you make?
No.
That came later.
That was the speech she gives later, right? So it's essentially the same concept. But what I'm thinking is this: we have 0 people in the pipeline from a piper perspective. Our drummers are okay. They're going to be fine.
That's not entirely true.
We have you and me, and we have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 people who have demonstrated absolutely zero interest in actually getting better over the last 2 years, let's say, right? Maybe one's like halfway there, but for the most part. So, like, what hit me was like, there's no future equals no hope. Like, we have nobody we're learning. Even if we had people in the pipeline, even if they were brand new, that we're looking at 2 years out before they're even worth anything, right? Even worth a little bit. But we don't have anybody. We don't teach people locally. We don't really outreach. We don't do any of that, right? Yeah, all right, I know what you guys are about to say in the fucking chat. We should do a lot more teaching, blah, 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 blah. Find people that can help us out to do it. We have nobody that will help us. Like, it's you and me, and I can only do so fucking much. I am the pipe major. I am the president. I am now the quartermaster. I don't want to fucking show up at 6 o'clock and teach beginners. Like, I just don't. Like, I'm burnt, man. I don't want to do it. So we need other people to step up. I need to ask people to help. Nobody fucking volunteers. Nobody says, like, hey, man, can I help you out? Is there anything I can do for you? Not a fucking soul. On the board, yes. But that's like treasury. That's like posting
players,
sharing. Yeah, they're not players. They're board members.
But that was also an intentional.
That was intentional
move.
The board is okay. That's not my problem.
we have a lot of organization and no music
and no fucking musical ability to produce anything. It's I'm completely at a loss. So what happened was a week ago,
bro.
We had another.
I would say this. You got everything you wanted. Like,
and it still didn't matter. This still didn't change anything.
Yeah, like
that's my point.
You know, you wanted this.
What? Whoa, go back. What I wanted? What
you wanted? Pipe major president.
No. Like, I never wanted president.
Like the level. Well, maybe you didn't want titles, but the level of control you wanted, you got.
Okay, I'll go with that. Pipe major and president is fine. Quartermaster is not fine.
Nobody stopped you. Like,
well, of course, but nobody had any interest in doing anything, right?
Buddy. No.
Who had an interest in doing it?
No, nobody had any interest in doing anything.
But this is my point. Like, no future equals no hope. We have nobody. We have no growth potential whatsoever. If we get lucky and somebody moves to town, maybe we have something. But that's not something to hang your hat on, right?
No.
So, like, let's say we get through the concert, which is going to be minimal at best. 2 years ago when we did the concert, it was like we were scrambling to get quartets together.
2 years ago, it was like, oh shit, we don't have enough players, and we have half.
We're scrambling to get quartets together. 4 of us that would know something that we could kill some fucking time on to justify the price of the concert that we're asking for, which is not that much, but you know, all right, you're supporting a...
Well, okay, here's what I will say, because I don't want you to look at just between now and the concert, right? Because we're not far out.
7 weeks or so.
And no matter what, right, we'll do what we always do.
You and me will make a lot of extra work for ourselves and cover a lot of extra time.
And we'll pull it off.
But that doesn't create a good name for what our organization...
But that's not the question.
That matters to me. That's important to me.
I know, but that's not the question I'm going to ask you.
What's the question?
Like, no matter what, we'll pull it off, right? Because that's what we do. We kill ourselves and we pull it off. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so on December 1st, right?
When I quit the band.
Like, now and that's not... I'm not saying that's not an invalid opinion or anything, right? Like,
sure.
Dude, if you're fucking burnt, you're fucking burnt. I've been there.
Dude, this is what... Okay.
But what I would...
I would like to talk about your burnt, because I am aware of your burnt.
Happily. So let me put this all into a neat little basket. So no matter what happens between now and the end of November, we're going to pull it off. There's just... That's
because that's what you and I do.
There's no way around it, right?
There's no doubt. We pull shit off.
We pull it off.
It's going to be Josh and I and
pulling each other
fuckface
off.
And Chum and a bass drummer and a tenor.
That was a good masturbation joke. I couldn't.
There's going to be like Josh and I,
we'll make
maybe Daniela, and
we'll
fuckface Chum, Mike, and Julie.
It's going to be a show. But
Like, that's not acceptable.
I know, but we're not talking about that. So
it is what I'm talking about.
But December 1st, okay? Like, we've already done it. We've already pulled each other off. Sorry, that's another masturbation joke, but so like we've already done it. Now what? What do you want to do? What's your move?
Like,
you're the boss, man. Like, what do you want to do?
That's what I'm saying. Fold, because we don't have enough people to consistently produce the quality that we should be able to produce. So, for example, we've been requested to do a couple gigs in the next month or two.
Yep.
Like 2 in particular.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep hammering the same 4 people.
They're profile enough. Like they're high
profile enough, but not like make or break.
Yeah,
but it's like, all right,
still
we'll
get seen.
Yeah. Like, it's pulling fucking teeth, dude. There's maybe, okay, let's say on a good day we have 7 people that would show up. Like, we're assuming 7 pipers on a concert day, like the day of the concert.
Yeah, and that's
pretty. And 7 of them are not going to play everything. It's going to be 4 of us that play most things, and then maybe 7 of us that play like Scott and the Brave and Amazing Grace and the bullshit.
7's going to be ambitious.
That's my point. So, like, I see so little hope, so little future.
You need to watch way more Ted Lasso, man.
I know. I have not seen the show. I'm aware that it's good, but
we have opposite roles. Like, you would be the Ted Lasso and I'd be the Coach Beard.
But what do we have? Think about the next 2 years. Let's look at competition seasons for next spring. Let's assume we're going to go to the Vegas games. What do we have? What are we going to put out on a fucking field next fucking April? In reality, tell me the truth.
Before we get into that.
No. Tell me who we got. How many players we got.
Before we get into that, you wanted to talk to me about you wanted to like my abdication of responsibility.
When
you said earlier, like, yeah, like, let's talk about not wanting to be in charge and talk about it with me. So you had a bit.
Say it again, because I might be confused.
You had a bit that you mentioned about, like, well, I want to talk about your not wanting to be in charge as well.
Oh, yeah, your burnout factor. Yeah. So I was talking to Ozzy Brother about this recently. I'm like, okay, so like after last Tuesday's practice, I bitched to her constantly. She's a wonderful human being.
She
listens to me bitch.
She's
constantly.
The shrink of all bands.
I appreciate her very much. She listens to me bitch constantly. So what I said was like, I said something like, listen, we are in such a dire situation that even Josh, like, okay, like Thursday, whatever the fuck practice was,
Thursday.
Like for the last 3 weeks, Josh still doesn't know. And let me finish before you react.
It's okay, man. Yeah.
Josh does not know Sandy's new chanter, and he played this 15 years ago, right?
I fucking nailed it.
And I said, like I get why he doesn't do it. Like, he's not putting any effort in because he knows nobody else is putting any effort in. So like, he's the least of my problems. So he has no reason to put any effort in because nobody else is going to do it.
I nailed it on Thursday.
No. But that's not my point. The point is, what I said to her was, like, even Josh is so burnt because he knows nobody else, it's going to be me and him anyway. So, like, why put any effort in?
Well, it's not even why put any effort in. It's just
because
like,
it's me and you.
I'll have it.
You're going to have it, but I would love to have it now.
Yeah.
I don't want to have it Tuesday before the show. I want to have it now because it stresses me out that we have nobody that knows the set. Granted,
we're not going to play the set.
It's going to be me, you, and Mike and Chum. It's Fuckface and Chum.
Yeah. It's going to be
Mike from Phoenix.
It's going to be McGurkin and Fuko, Fuckface and Chum.
It's going to be the fucking Josh and Andy show, and everybody's going to complain.
And everyone's going to be really mad that they got cut.
Because they don't fucking know the goddamn music. This is why no hope equals no future.
You've created 2-week practices, man.
Yeah, we got 2-week practices in October.
And I can't make all of them, and I apologize.
No, it's fine. The intent wasn't for everyone to make everything. The intent was, let's get our shit together. We've got 7 weeks to get this shit done. Let's put, like, I am well aware that the hornpipe slow air set is going to be me and Josh, maybe Daniela if we're lucky, and a couple drummers. Right, I'm okay with that. And maybe 6 months from now, we'll
Angel and Jeremy are going to show up and get cut at the line.
Well, Angel won't show up, but Jeremy might pull it off. Maybe. It would be nice if Jeremy pulled it off. I don't know for sure.
I mean, that's not even criticizing their ability as players. Like, they're the most dedicated. Well, Jeremy is the most dedicated pipe band player
of all time.
Of all time.
But like, you could be dedicated, but if you don't have inherent musical ability,
bro,
like, it's not gonna matter.
It's not even that, right? Like, it's just how do we turn this bus around? Personally, if you want my honest opinion,
I would love to know, because like, I am so like, okay, so last week, let's talk about why you
were fraying, man. Like, you were splitting apart at the edges, and that is incredibly apparent to me.
Last week at practice, who was there? So okay, so we had a practice on Thursday. We
can't use names.
No. It doesn't matter who. Was anybody that's going to be in the concert there?
No.
Not a fucking single soul that's going to be in the concert.
That's not true. Mike was there.
You and me and Mike.
Fuckface.
Fuckface. You, me, fuckface.
Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to use your name. I know you prefer...
I'm talking pipers wise.
I know
drummers is the least of my problem.
I know you prefer to be called fuckface, so I'm sorry.
Mike is fuckface. Mike is great. I love Mike. He's
hates
a dickhead.
it. He hates.
Oh, he's so annoyed by
getting
that.
called fuckface.
He hates it. But piper wise, who was there?
Nobody.
Me and you. Any pipers are going to be in concert?
No. Well, not pipers are going to be in concert. We did have. Well, actually, that's not true, because Dickie's going to be in the concert for sure.
He's going to play Scott and Brave.
I have to try to like come up with the new nicknames for people. Like, Dickie's definitely going to be in the concert. Yeah. It's just, and then we got...
But he doesn't even count. Literally, Dickie, who you're talking about, literally, we just announced he passed his audition that night.
And didn't bring his practice.
And he didn't fucking bring his practice chanter. What the fuck are we doing? What the fuck?
Buddy.
No, okay. I'm not going to give him a ton of shit, because everybody has done that one point or another. That is not even a problem. He passed his audition. He did a good job on the week before.
I thought he did a great job.
We announced he passed his audition. He's very excited to be in the band.
We had a drummer that passed as well.
She did a great job. However, we are 7 weeks out from the concert, and not a fucking single person that we're expecting to play at the concert was there. You and me, fuckface, and the 2 new people that just passed our audition. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
Buddy.
Like, why am I doing this shit? Like, no hope equals no future. Like, I have zero hope. Because
episode title.
There's no people in the pipeline. 2, there's nobody that's even close to being even reasonably good to compete in even a grade 4 band, right? 3, we have new people that are coming to the band that won't fucking listen, that love to tell us all the shit that no pipe major wants to hear. My band did it this way.
This is how we used to do it.
I used to play it this way. Why would you ever fucking say that? Why was that ever appropriate? Like, oh, well, I'm just curious. Let me ask you a question. Is that a quarter note or a dotted quarter note? Look at the fucking music. This is the way we fucking play it. I go through a lot of effort to make sure the music is correct. Why would you ask that fucking question? Why are you annoying the shit out of me right now? Because you're going to say like, oh, well, I play that as a quarter note instead of not a quarter note. Nobody gives a fuck. Learn the music that I'm putting in front of you, but that Josh went out of his way to print out and give to you. Let me ask the question. Let me grind practice to a halt for the point of, because I know your ego needs to tell me that my band learned it a different way.
I did get to drop.
Nobody fucking cares!
I did get to drop one of my favorite Rick and Morty quotes, and I think I actually get to do the quote correctly. But they're like, oh, well, like, oh, yeah, so we're going to hold that. And I'm like, yes, it's a quarter note with a dot. So using the power of 2 human eyes... You can fucking read that it's a quarter note with a dot, so hold it.
one of my favorite movies of all time, I get 100% all time, is Moneyball. And I dropped a quote from Moneyball in that same fucking session.
I remember that practice. Yep.
We were like chatting and they loved it. I'm like, guys, this is not a discussion. And they're like, blah, blah, blah. It's not a discussion. That is a quote from Moneyball.
Dude,
I'm telling you how it is. I don't care what you think. Like, are you here to learn? Are you here to get better? Are you here to be part of the organization?
The thing for me is always like, if I cared about your opinion on music, I would be a player in your pipe band.
Right. And guess what? You don't have a fucking pipe band. Also, you left your pipe band to come join us. So how about you just fucking open ears, close mouth? Did we not learn that in elementary school? Like, open ears, closed mouth. Like,
don't get me wrong.
What the fuck are they doing these days?
I get people all the time where it's like, oh, well, like, fuck, you don't really say anything during practice. Like, I say shit after practice or before practice. During practice, I do my job.
Right.
That's it. I do my job.
That is a very good point. Like,
I tune when I'm told to tune. I play. I fucking banter when it's time to banter. And the rest of the time, I fucking just shut the fuck up and drink water.
Water or whiskey?
Oh no, it's always water.
This past week was.
It's always water in the big orange tin. I'm like, yeah, like I don't give a fuck about this. Like, guys, you have any idea how many times I've practiced Green Hills of fucking Tyrol?
Well, this is my point. This is why I brought up like Josh burnt out thing, because I'll be honest with you, man. Like, it annoys me that you don't know the shit like I know it. But also, I get why you don't know it. I 100% get it. Because if I were you, and I was like, I'm not going to say names. All the band members are not going to know it by the time the concert happens. Why should I bother putting any effort into it?
If you were like me.
So I get it.
If you were like me and you were looking at it as, oh, like, come the day of 2 months from now, I'm going to know this better than everyone else.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to know it inherently better, but is that good enough? This is the thing, though. Is that good enough, though, for you? Like, maybe it's good enough for you. Like, I want us to be really good, right? Like, even if it's just you and me.
What's it going to matter?
Let's say we bring out.
What's it going to matter when someone blows the attack? Like,
I know. But
I'm going to do my job.
Fuck, dude. This is the trap, though. This is what I'm talking about, is the trap. It's we could do our best. We can work our asses off, and someone's still going to blow the attack. It could be Jeremy for all I know. What if it's like we bring out fucking... Okay, one of the people I'm considering bringing out is Isla, right? She's like awesome. She's on the fucking list.
That'd be so much fun.
And I want to have her included in the waterfall thing or the tag team, whatever you want to call it, right? So, like, does it matter if... All right. Of course, we still want to perform.
We're still super live. Everyone can hear us.
Yeah. The idea is, though, we still want to perform to some standard. Whatever the standard is, doesn't matter.
Man, am I more concerned about hitting 7 practices to work on Lock Inside?
That you already know. That's my point. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, we've got 6 practices in October, maybe 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna show up. I'll work on the hornpipe. You know, like, I'm not worried about it. That's not a thing that I can't play. My worry level is 0.
Right. But I need you. It's got to be more than you and me, though.
Yeah, but
because then it turns into Josh Nanny's show, and then people write letters to the fucking president.
Bro,
which
but you have to keep in mind, my only job as a player is, like, you don't have to worry about me. I'll show up.
That's true, but I don't. Here's the thing, though. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to not worry about you until the last minute. I would love to know Tuesday or whatever the fuck.
Dude, we can fucking jam.
I'd love to know that day you know it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to wait till the last day.
We can jam anytime, bro.
No, I get what you're saying. My point is, like, all right, I'm stressed out enough. Like, it's you and me. You're going to pull it off. I know you're going to pull it off on the last day because that's your MO.
However, I can pull it off.
However,
if you want me to pull it off 7 days before, okay.
However, you, me, Daniela, and pick somebody. Bill. I don't know. Who the fuck? Whoever. How many times have we gotten through the medley where anybody past the reel is anybody other than you and me?
Dude, when you were out of town, I played the last 4 tunes by myself.
Correct. That is absolute insanity to me. Insanity.
I'm
Insanity.
I'm the
no
fucking...
future equals no hope. I have zero hope for the future of this pipe band right now.
Buddy, I am...
We have 0 people in a type pipeline. We have 0 people that are willing to step up and like make shit happen.
Yeah, but I also...
We have people who contacted you and told you that I'm upset because I've only got so much time on my hands and I can't like what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm also
like are you into being in a pipe band or not?
But I'm also like I'm relegated by my availability. So the thing I'm running into is I'm the fucking goalie of rock and roll right now. And I'm playing my position, dude. Like I'm playing the shit out of it.
I'll give you credit. You've been a great goalie. You've been a great pipe sergeant lately because you're like, what are we doing? What's the thing? You're like super like dedicated.
I keep
like
everyone
super focused
on fucking task always. That's
and I don't want to shit everybody because
I'm sad. I'm sad that that's the best I can give right now. But that's the best I can give right now, man.
That's okay. Like, I get that. But let me say this. I don't want to shit on them completely because I would argue we are one of the most disciplined pipe bands of all time.
Insanely so.
Like, they are scared to death to fuck up the dismissal, right?
Yeah.
But I love that because that shit matters. Because to the audience, when you turn to the right at the same time, it looks good. If you strike in or you do the attack or the cutoff correct, it matters, right?
Oh, that's not even the thing that I would talk about. Like, the thing I would talk about is the practice discipline.
Circle discipline
the practice discipline feeds into your, like, yeah, you can do whatever you want for the last 3 beats of a measure, right? Like, if you can say, all right, pipe band dismissed, that's cool. But everything leading up to that is like, yeah, like, we don't, like, I get people talking to me, I'm like, we don't fucking talk in the circle, man. Like,
yeah, like you're in a circle. I call it circle discipline. Like if we're in a circle,
you want to hit me up after? All right, cool. Y'all got my fucking number.
There's no talking, which I appreciate. And like when I was in Seamus's band back in the day, like nobody fucking said a goddamn word. It was Seamus and Cobra, because Cobra was the.
This is why you're in love, Ted Lasso.
It was like. Nobody said a fucking word. Like
you're gonna love this.
Like okay, I fucked up. Seamus would like fucking light into me. He would like lit me up, and I'm like,
the guy that looks the most like you, Coach Beard, acts the most like me, and he just like sits there and like, what do you think, Coach Beard? But and that's it,
dude. Coaching is exactly what I think. What I do should be. As a pipe major, you're a coach.
Fusco, this episode is a clusterfuck.
Oh my god, it's a complete clusterfuck.
Hour and a half.
But I'm so ready to retire.
Well, I would. Here's the thing.
I want to go to a full. Like, let's end the band. Let's end the Las Vegas pipe band.
This
go
is
to a full profit band where I'm like, I just.
This is gonna be a
hire
Fusco.
You to play for me.
I know. I keep saying it's gonna be a Fusco edit, and I've been editing the last like 10 episodes. This is going to be a Fusco edit.
Update. It wasn't.
Because I want you to have the opportunity to air your grievances. And nobody can see you, right? They're all staring at a channel on a
No
board.
future equals no hope.
But I think that you can probably actually give some insight into what goes into trying to be a pipe major, especially in this kind of a stressful time, which is like, we got to put on a show. No matter what.
Right. So,
and it doesn't have to be like a full on fuck everybody, fuck everything. Like, it could be a thing where it's like, hey, this is what we're just trying to fucking put on a good music show. And for God's sake, all we need is people to meet us halfway.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't have to be Inveraray District playing in Northern Ireland. Like, obviously, they're going to be great. That's not what I'm asking for. I just want you to meet halfway. Like, I want you to show up to practice on a fucking Thursday night, for the next 9 weeks. We've had the 3/4 set that we added from a year ago. We've had the hornpipe. Okay, let's say you don't have the talent to pull off the hornpipe slower.
I hate that word.
I hate talent. I hate the fucking word. But let's just say there's like 4 of us that should be able to pull it off. Right? All right. So here's the thing. Jeremy sent me, I love Jeremy. He's a great guy. He sent me a message the other day.
Jeremy
like
is
yesterday.
the hardest working man in pipe
He's
bands.
like, hey, here's, like, I didn't even ask for it. Out of the blue, he sends me a message. He's like, here's my tag team solo that I'm going to do at this tempo. This is where I'm at with it. Like, out of nowhere. I'm like,
it's fucking good too.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. This is like, if you play it at this tempo, I'd be happy. Like, we can make this work. But he's like, oh, I still got 6 weeks to go. Like, oh, perfect. Have I heard from anybody else?
That's also his mentality, though.
But that's, yeah, of course. But it's
his mentality is like, you know,
he's a Marine.
You work.
Yeah, you just work your ass off.
You work and you get it right.
Like, I appreciate that. So, it's so fucking frustrating to me, man. Like, I'm so, like, in that moment.
Is this the episode where you cancel the Las Vegas pipe in?
No, it's coming after the concert because I won't do anything.
We got to sell tickets.
We already agreed. So, like, what can I do? But like January 1st, like, what I'm thinking, what made me think of this was, okay, let's assume competition season April of next year, assuming the Vegas Games happens. What the fuck do I have to work with? Like, who's going to pull off an MSR and a medley by next April? Because the level of improvement...
You have to keep in mind, it takes a long time to learn new music.
We've had the same fucking sets for 17 years! I know where you're going with this! We haven't changed a fucking thing except an Strasbe in the MSR. I know what the fuck... Dude, like, what are we going to do? Now, here's the thing. 2 years ago, or whenever it was, the last time we competed, when we didn't have a drum corps, but we had only pipes, and we went out there anyway because Jack Lee said, go out there anyway,
get a drum corps,
perform, and let's just maybe
get a drum corps.
And guess what happened?
That got us the drum corps.
It got us the fucking drum corps. Jack Lee was 100% right. He's like, go play. Mike came in. He's like, that's a pipe corps I want to work with. Tim came in. We have a fucking drum corps. It's fucking brilliant. Jack Lee was right. Of course Jack Lee was right because he's fucking Jack Lee. So,
we also have some students.
So, what do we do next? Piper wise, we got 7 or 8 people, and none of them have put in any effort that makes me think we're gonna pull off a grade 4 competition. If we were grade 5, I'd be like, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
What's the end of the medley? It's 2 reels.
Yep.
Are they hard?
No. What? Ale is dear and Captain Lachlan McPhail of Tyrene.
In a straight way. They're not that fucking difficult. What do I have to do? There's no future, no hope. No future, no hope.